Though the election to the UN non-permanent seat comes off on June 11, 2021, Ghana has been endorsed by ECOWAS and the African Union. The slot for West Africa became vacant following the end of the tenure of Niger at the UN Security Council. Technically, Ghana's candidature can be described as uncontestable, but two countries from Central Africa, including Gabon and DRC, makes it imperative the country to galvanize support from all the 193 members of the UN.
Nana Akuffo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Chairman of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS, Your Excellency Shirley Ayokobotwe, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration of the Republic of Ghana and Chair of the Council of Ministers of ECOWAS, Your Excellencies, Permanent Representatives and Deputy Permanent Representatives to the United Nations, esteemed Chief Director of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration of the Republic of Ghana and officials of the Government of Ghana, heads of Ghana diplomatic missions abroad, as well as officials of the Permanent Mission of Ghana to the United Nations, distinguished election officers at the United Nations headquarters here in New York, ladies and gentlemen.
Though the election to the UN non-permanent seat comes off on June 11, 2021, Ghana has been endorsed by ECOWAS and the African Union. The slot for West Africa became vacant following the end of the tenure of Niger at the UN Security Council. Technically, Ghana's candidature can be described as uncontestable, but two countries from Central Africa, including Gabon and DRC, makes it imperative the country to galvanize support from all the 193 members of the UN.
My name is Harold Ajiman, the Permanent Representative of Ghana to the United Nations. I have the pleasure to warmly welcome you to this afternoon's virtual reception to formally unveil Ghana's candidacy for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for the term 2022 to 2023. As member states will be aware, Niger, which is the West African country on the Security Council, will be completing its 2-year term by 31st December 2021, necessitating the filling of a vacancy in one of the 3 African slots on the Council, a slot which by long-standing custom within the African group is encumbered by a member state from the West Africa region. I'm happy to indicate the unanimous endorsement of Ghana's candidature by the 15 member countries of West Africa, as well as by the 54 member states of the African group, including at the highest level of the African Union during the February 2021 summit. While we therefore note a contestation in the other vacant seats that rotates between the North Africa and Central Africa region, and which will now be the turn of Central Africa to encumber, I would like to take this opportunity to clarify that Ghana, as ECOWAS candidate for the seat currently encumbered by Niger, is uncontested.
Launching Ghana's campaign for the UN Security Council non-permanent seat, the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Madam Shirley Ayokobotwe, said contribution to the UN for the past 64 years is immeasurable in terms of promoting peace and security.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, colleague ministers, Excellencies, permanent representatives, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this virtual reception to mark Ghana's bid for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for the term 2022 to 2023. I thank you sincerely for honoring our invitation. We are proud and grateful to be one of Africa's formally endorsed candidates for the Security Council for the term 2022 to 2023. This endorsement was affirmed at the 34th Ordinary Session of the Assembly of the African Union, held from 6th to 7th February 2021. We appreciate the support of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and their endorsement which made Ghana the uncontested candidate of the African group for the West African region. We look forward to receiving your overwhelming support in the elections on the 11th of June 2021. Our previous bids to serve on the Security Council received broad support from you, and we are thankful for the excellent cooperation and friendship we continue to enjoy with all member states. Our commitment is to work closely with all member states and groups to promote global peace and security and assure the benefits of sustainable development for all our peoples. Since independence and becoming a member of the United Nations, Ghana has consistently and actively demonstrated its commitment to the advancement of global peace and security, as well as to the principles and objectives of the Charter of the United Nations. 64 years on, Ghana remains attached and committed to the United Nations and its goals. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ghana believes that addressing the root causes of conflict is at the heart of sustaining peace, and our experiences in dealing with the root causes of conflict have shaped our national posture. In this regard, we consider the role of women in conflict resolution and their deployment in peace operations as indispensable. Consequently, in furtherance of UN Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security, the government of Ghana has taken steps to steadily increase the deployment of uniformed women in peace operations. This initiative has placed Ghana among the leading countries that have made significant progress in the deployment of female personnel to peacekeeping operations. Again, Ghana continues to maintain its visibility in global affairs towards the realization of the SDGs. As co-chair of the eminent group of advocates for the SDGs, the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Akuffo-Addo, continues to demonstrate exemplary leadership in championing the global agenda in order to accelerate progress towards the realization of the SDGs. Ladies and gentlemen, regarding regional peace and security, Ghana, as a member of ECOWAS, continues to play a leading role in advancing peace and security in the West African region. The mediation role by President Nana Akuffo-Addo in the political crisis in the region demonstrates our record in leveraging Ghana's immense goodwill and diplomacy in solving regional political impasses for the greater good of the region and the continent. It is worth noting in the context of the Security Council election that the bulk of the Security Council's work is on Africa, where Ghana's role in conflict resolution, peacekeeping, and mediation is recognized as central. Ghana also remains a strong advocate for more democratic representation on the UN Security Council for the African continent and underrepresented regions, and will stay engaged in the intergovernmental negotiations for the reform of the Security Council. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ghana is committed to collaborating with the United Nations and all its member states to address global challenges that confront us. We will work with each member state on the Security Council to ensure that the world will not only build back better after this COVID-19 pandemic, but ensure that peace and security will be enhanced for humanity in the face of current and future global challenges. That is why Ghana has chosen as its theme, enhancing global peace and security for sustainable and inclusive development during her tenure on the United Nations Security Council. This theme we believe, encompasses and addresses the various complexities of international peace and security. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with these words, I welcome you all to this virtual meeting for Ghana's bid for a seat on the UN Security Council for the term 2022 to 2023. We count on all UN member states to support us on this noble journey. Thank Thank you for your attention.
There were solidarity messages from Egypt, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Morocco, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone.
My great honor to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency the Foreign Minister, and senior officials from the government of Ghana, and to express my congratulations on the launch of Ghana's campaign for election to a non-permanent seat at the UN Security Council in 2022-2023, and wish our brothers and sisters in Ghana a very successful campaign leading to obtaining a Security Council seat later this month. I'd like also to welcome my dear brother Ambassador Harold Agiman and PR of Ghana, the new PR of Ghana, and to wish him and his team all success. The theme of Ghana's campaign, enhancing global peace and security for sustainable and inclusive development, is very relevant in the contemporary world's challenges. It reflects the urgent need to operationalize the peace development nexus in accordance with national ownership and leadership, including through strengthening the links between policy and practice, which was also highlighted in the Aswan Forum for Sustainable Peace and Development. The discussions at the Aswan Forum over the past 2 years have shown that for this to be achieved, there is an urgent need for a paradigm shift from crisis management to conflict prevention, anchored in a national vision of the development and peace agenda. This leads me to the role of the UN Peacebuilding Commission, which I'm honored to be chairing this year, in advancing an integrated and comprehensive approach to peace building that addresses the root causes of conflict and sustained peace. Ghana has an important role to play when elected to the Security Council in strengthening the Peace-Building Commission's advisory role to the Council, particularly during mandatory reviews of peacekeeping operations, as Ghana is among the top 10 largest contributors of troops and police in the UN peacekeeping operations. Mr. President, Excellencies, Egypt's bilateral relations with Ghana are historic and deeply rooted, particularly since late great Pan-Africanist leaders Gamal Abdel Nasser and Kwame Nkrumah. President Nasser, along with President Nkrumah, rose to the international prominence as leaders and visionaries who were able to achieve political independence in their respective home countries while attempting to shape a destiny for a free and independent Africa. It's also worth noting that President Nkrumah was married to an Egyptian woman, Fathia Nkrumah. I would also like to conclude by a quote by President Nkrumah, who said, "The forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keeps us apart." I thank you and reiterate my best wishes for a successful campaign and tenure afterwards. Thank you very much.
Really a distinct privilege and honor for that you are honoring us with your presence. As an African endorsed country, Ghana, we cannot just look at its track record, what it has contributed to Africa and also to the entire United Nations system over the years since independence, 1957. Ghana indeed has charted the way in many aspects how we should learn to live together rather than perish. Ghana has shown us we are not less intelligent, we are not less moral, and we are capable of healing our own wounds. Your statement on the reform of the UN Security Council is indeed critical because we are shouldering the burden of history. And we believe that Ghana and the Security Council will be a voice for the voiceless, a country that will stand alone and be counted as its brothers and sisters keepers. That's how we see Ghana. We are happy to have the ESRI, a very vibrant group within the Security Council. And of course, Ghana as we did in the past, as our brothers and sisters from Kenya, Niger, and Tunisia are doing right now, will bring new energy, new vitality, new values and ideas to the Security Council. The UN Security Council is as strong as its capacity to entertain other values. So we believe that there will be a new political dispensation, a new political space for other countries' ideas to be considered as well in the Security Council. Mr. President and Ambassador, you have our full support, our confidence and trust. Ghana will perfectly and excellently and superbly represent Africa in the Security Council. Thank you very much.
I am greatly honored to participate in this auspicious occasion. From the outset, let me affirm to you, Your Excellency, Kenya's strong support for the election of Ghana to serve in its fourth term in the United Nations Security Council. Time will not allow me to enumerate all the factors informing our unwavering support. I will therefore make mention of only 6. First, Kenya and Ghana have strong bonds of friendship that are firmly rooted in the partnership and friendship between our founding fathers, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta and President Kwame Nkrumah, in the struggle for the emancipation of Africa from colonial rule and the forging of Africa into a united political entity. We have continued to grow this relationship from strength to strength, with Kenya recently opening a full-fledged diplomatic mission in Accra. Second, the rules-based multilateral system has come under immense pressure in the face of increasing nationalism and unilateral action. This has undermined unified global responses to challenges such as the COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, terrorism, and other forms of armed conflict. With its strong commitment to UN-centered multilateralism, Ghana will bring to the Security Council a pragmatic, balanced, and principled position on issues on the agenda of the Security Council. Third, Ghana has unqualified credentials in peace and security and has been instrumental in mediating peace not only in West Africa, but also in other parts of Africa. This experience will enrich the Security Council's understanding and response to conflict dynamics in Africa. Fourth, African files currently constitute more than half of the Security Council agenda. Given its strong Pan-African foreign policy, Ghana will add to a much-needed strengthened African voice in articulating an African perspective in the Council. Fifth, Ghana's vision for the Security Council, encapsulated in its theme, quote, enhancing global peace and security for sustainable and inclusive development, resonates well with Kenya. And sixth, and I need not repeat it at great length, Ghana has been the shining standard of Pan-Africanism, and the Security Council requires a strong Pan-Africanist stance that is characterized by independence of thought and action here in the Security Council and elsewhere in the United Nations. We have every expectation that Ghana will sustain that standard and keep Pan-Africanism flying strong. We are in the Security Council, and we look forward to forging a strong partnership with Ghana, including within the context of the African Three, in pursuance of our common priorities that include regional peace and security, counterterrorism, climate change and security, peace operations, women peace and security, and youth peace and security, among others. Let me conclude by reaffirming our strong support for your candidature and expressing our greatest confidence that Ghana will once again in the Security Council be a champion for Africa. We look forward to welcoming and working with you.
I'd like, along with others before me, to congratulate and welcome Ghana's bid for the Security Council. Being endorsed by ECOWAS as well as the African Union, we can only do what our leaders have asked us to do, and we look forward to that day when we can cast a positive vote for Ghana. We pray and hope that indeed you will be committed to the pledges that you have made, as you have always done. I remember the last time you were in the council, it was around 2005-6. You did a wonderful job. You did Africa proud. You made a mark on the council, and as a matter of fact, it was a standard by which we would be judged when we came in later, following in your footsteps. So we have no doubt in our mind that you will go in and you will do us proud. And I really wish to congratulate you, and of course the President as the lead for this Security Council tenure. Thank you very much.
We would like to express our thanks and highest appreciation to you, Mr. Ambassador, and to the Permanent Mission of Ghana for organizing this very important event on Ghana's candidacy to the Security Council as a non-permanent member for the period 2022-2023. We are honored today by the presence of His Excellency, the President of Ghana, and the presentation he has made for Ghana's vision and Ghana's priorities during its membership of the Security Council. We welcome also the presence of Her Excellency, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and for the presence today. I mean, there's this very high-level presence, is a testament to the importance, to the great importance that Ghana is giving to its candidature to the Security Council. Morocco recognizes very well Ghana's very important contribution to international peace and security, especially on the African continent. Ghana is among the 10 top troop contributing countries to peacekeeping operation, to UN peacekeeping operation, which shows its strong attachment to the UN peace and security pillar, which is one of the main pillars of the work of the United Nations. Ghana's contribution also is very strong in terms of supporting peace building and sustaining peace. It is also a main contributor to the international and regional level on the fight against terrorism and on combating all other forms of threats to international peace and security, which falls with the heart of the mandate of the Security Council. I think there are two other agendas on which Ghana is very important, and on which the Security Council is also very active, and women peace and security agenda, as well as the youth peace and security agenda. And we are sure that during its tenure as non-permanent member of the Security Council, Ghana will strengthen the role and the work of the Council on these two major issues. Also, Ghana has given us late Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations. I've been lucky enough to have worked in New York when he was Secretary General, and he has made Africa proud, and we, of course, may his soul and rest in peace. And his contributions to the work of the UN will be always remembered. Of course, Mr. Ambassador, you can count on Morocco, and Ghana is a candidate that is supported by the sub-region, by the African Union. So you can count on Morocco's support, and we wish you all the best in your candidature. Thank you very much.
I wish to thank you, as others before me, for gracing us with your presence and for your very inspiring words. On behalf of the permanent representative who is on leave, Ambassador Kaba, we wish to welcome the candidacy of Ghana for Security Council, and of course confirm our fullest support as an ECOWAS and African Union endorsed candidate. Your Excellency, so much has been said about Ghana being a champion of peace and using its mediating role to promote the major objectives of the United Nations and that of the mandates of the Security Council. As the representative of Sierra Leone, I can confirm that indeed Ghana has played such a pivotal role during our dark days when we had a civil war in Sierra Leone, and not only sending peacekeepers but leading peace efforts, but also assisting when we also had the Ebola outbreak in 2014 and 15. And so the support for Ghana in your bid for Security Council is definitely quite paramount. And I wish to say that it's also personalized by the leadership of President Akuffo-Addo. And it's for this reason that It is no surprise that His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio conferred the highest national award on President Nana Akuffo-Addo as the Grand Commander of the Republic of Sierra Leone on the occasion of our 60th anniversary of our independence. And so, in concluding these brief remarks, I wish to congratulate you on this successful launch and also confirm Sierra Leone's fullest support and trust during this election process and as you take your seat in the Security Council.
President Akuffo-Addo said Ghana commit to enhancing peace and security across the world.
I welcome you all warmly. The international community remains seized with actions to alleviate the devastating effects of the COVID-19 at the same time as the Council continues to grapple with protracted conflict situations, threats to peace and security, including terrorism, piracy, proliferation of nuclear arms and conventional weapons, as well as other complex factors that militate against the ability of the Council to fulfill its primary responsibility for the preservation of peace and security. Ghana has consistently advocated principles of good neighborliness, the pursuance of peaceful settlement of disputes, respect for the rule of law, and human rights for all persons. These principles, enshrined in Ghana's Fourth Republican Constitution, resonate well with the United Nations Charter and the core mandate of the UN Security Council. Our quest for a non-permanent seat on the Security Council is to declare our preparedness to partner with the rest of the Council's membership to bring our experience to bear on the work of the Council. Since Ghana's admission to the United Nations on 8 March 1957, successive governments have participated actively in the advancement of international peace and security, human rights, and sustainable development. Our service in the United Nations General Assembly, notably since the 19th session under the presidency of our compatriot Alex Kwesi-Nsake, the first African to have served in that capacity, and the appointment of Ghana's illustrious son Kofi Annan as the 7th UN Secretary General, testify to Ghana's unwavering adherence and contribution to global governance and multilateralism. Ghana's commitment to the maintenance of international peace and security has been demonstrated by the continuous contribution of her troops to United Nations peacekeeping operations, starting with the Congo crisis of the 1960s up till now. They've earned respect for their high levels of professionalism. Presently, Ghana is ranked 10th among the top UN troop contributing countries. It is also important to indicate that with a greater percentage of the agenda of the Security Council being unhappily focused on Africa, Ghana's experience and pedigree in peace and security on the continent make her particularly well placed to provide insights on the range of critical issues of concern to the Council. Indeed, Ghana's leadership in West Africa has assisted in the resolution of various political and security impasses in Liberia, in Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and in contemporary times, Mali. Recently, under my leadership as chairman of ECOWAS, Ghana spearheaded regional efforts towards the peaceful conduct of elections in Benin on 11th April 2021. We will collaborate with the African Union and the United Nations to help secure peace and stability in the Sahel. Excellencies, Ghana has chosen as her theme enhancing global peace and security for sustainable and inclusive development. It reflects very much our perspective on peace and security, and the fact that we do not believe that enduring peace can be achieved without critically addressing the challenges that exist in these other pillars of the work of the United Nations. Ghana, if elected to the Security Council, will commit to the crucial objectives of preventative diplomacy and conflict prevention, which are at the heart of the UN's peace and security agenda. We will argue for improved strategic planning with a stronger focus on the primacy of politics and enhanced safety and security in United Nations-led peace operations. Ghana will take advantage of her role as chair of ECOWAS to encourage the strengthening of partnerships between the UN, the AU, and ECOWAS in conflict prevention, peacekeeping operations, and in special political missions. Ghana is moreover very appreciative of the endorsement of her candidature by both ECOWAS and the AU, the regional and continental organizations to which she belongs. And I wish to assure all member states that Ghana will work to address our collective interests as spelled out in the United Nations Charter. I thank all member states for the confidence reposed in Ghana over the years in our previous elections to the Security Council. And I respectfully seek, once again, your support to enable us to obtain a non-permanent seat on the Council during the upcoming election. I thank Your Excellencies for your attention.
If Ghana wins approval on June 11, 2021, it will bring to 4 the number of times Ghana has been elected onto a non-permanent seat at the UN Security Council. The first time Ghana was elected onto the UN Security Council non-permanent seat was in 1967 to 1968, then in 1986 to 1987, and 2006 to 2007. And during the 2006 to 2007 period, President Akuffo-Addo was the Foreign Minister of Ghana, and now under his watch, Ghana has put in a bid to be elected onto the UN Security Council non-permanent seat from 2022 to 2023.